This is Fox 5 News at 6, local Las Vegas.
The 215 near the airport connector was closed for nearly 3 hours this afternoon after high winds blew construction debris onto the freeway. Both directions were shut down, causing traffic backups and delays. At first, Nevada Highway Patrol said those closures would last 8 to 12 hours. Good evening. I'm John Huck.
I'm Christine Medella. We have team coverage for you tonight. Fox 5 Chief Meteorologist Ted Purdy has more on the wind damage in a Henderson neighborhood, and Sam Margier will have more on what we can expect tonight.
Adam Herbitz has more on the delays at McCarran Airport. But first, we start with Fox 5's Vince Sapienza with the traffic mess those winds created at the 215. Vince?
Yeah, John, a rough day on the roads here, specifically for Highway 215 drivers, but that rough day is now over. It's been 3 hours since all lanes have been cleared, both east and west, but at around 11:30, Nevada Highway Patrol shut Highway 215 down. And if we take a look at some of the video that we shot earlier in the day, here's what it looks like. NHP shut it down because some plywood that construction workers used to work and to operate around on the site was dangling off the ramp, hanging over Highway 215. Obviously a big danger, and that's why NHP shut it down. Again, 3.5 hours worth of closures. It backed up as east as Green Valley and as west as Durango. A big inconvenience for drivers here today, but NHP said, hey, they do it again.
Of course, public safety is our number one concern, so we had to shut the freeway down because if any of those pieces fell down onto a car, that could be catastrophic.
Now, again, I must note there was no catastrophe here today. There were no reports, as far as we know, of any construction debris hitting cars or cars hitting any construction debris. So that is a good sign. Also, Clark County sent out a statement earlier today saying that they're the ones who oversee this project and they will be reviewing how and when and what will be the safest and best way to make sure nothing like this happens again, because again, it was plywood that became unstrapped from the ramp dangling over the highway. They will be looking to see that does not happen again. Near the airport connector and pilot, I'm Vince Sapienza, Fox 5 News Local, Las Vegas.
Vince, thank you.
Oh, I was stuck in that. It was a mess.
Bet.
Yeah. Well, some areas of the valley were hit with high winds reaching 50 miles an hour.
McCarran Airport officials say it delayed flights and put a halt on departures. Fox 5's Adam Herbitz now from the airport, where passengers told him about really a bumpy landing today. Adam.
Yeah, it's putting a hold on departures and arrivals. What you're looking at right now, just take a look at this baggage claim. A lot more of these would be moving right now, typically on a Friday night. People coming into Vegas for the weekend than they are right now. It's a little busy right now, but not nearly as busy as it should be in Vegas on a Friday night. Luckily, people are getting here better late than never. We have talked to a lot of people today, some first-time flyers, some people who have flown for a long time, and the message we keep hearing is, number one, they are giving a lot of kudos to the pilot for handling all of those bumpy winds. It's not easy to land in this weather. When you look at the video of these planes trying to make that descent into McCarran, you can tell it gets a little wobbly at times. They're trying to fight off the wind if it's going side to side. But everyone we've talked to is so happy with the pilots. Everyone we've talked to is really just happy in general. Not something you really expect to see for all of these people who have been stuck waiting at the airport. But we're just happy to see some smiles at the end of a very relieving long trip.
I'm a rookie flyer. This is my first flight. It was rough. And one time it felt like it went down, and then landing was kind of queasy, but after that, it kind of just felt like a roller coaster.
It's a big blessing still, because we're here.
I don't know his name, but he was the best pilot ever. And then at one point, she was like, "Why are we going to turn upside down?"
We're happy to report none of the planes have turned upside down. You're going to have to go to a different type of airport if you want to see something like that. But anyway, we'd show you one more look at the big board, but honestly, it's not good news. We're not even going to show it one more time. Like 80–90% of the flights that we're looking at just up here look like they're delayed. So it's not looking good. We imagine a lot of the people who work at the airport are probably going to be working some overtime on this Friday night. But the good news is no one's been hurt. Just a lot of annoyed faces, a lot of people who have now going through the relief, and a lot of people who are just happy that it's over. So we're happy to report live from McCarran Airport. John, we'll throw it back to you.
All right, some white-knuckled rides today. Adam, thank you.
The wind is causing We saw it. Problems on the road, on the air, including a large traffic light now blocking a busy road.
Fox 5's Miguel Martinez-Valle live at Stewart and Nellis with details on this traffic light that is still down at this hour.
John, still down, and I actually talked to a guy a few minutes ago. He told me he made the call about this traffic light falling. He saw it fall, made that call around 3:30. So it's been a little bit that the traffic going eastbound on Stewart right here has been blocked off, and it's been causing some headaches for those trying to get around in this area. I mean, people trying to catch the bus, people trying to cross the street, people trying to drive in that direction. They say they have to kind of plan around this. Good news, though, I was talking to county officials that were taking care of the situation. They said they were waiting on a crane. It does look like that crane is here. Let me step behind the camera right now just so I can show you guys a better look at the traffic crane that's going to take care of the situation. Right there, you can see some people working on the street light that they blocked. And county officials told me that this is one street light that fell, but they had some of the side lamps that actually fell, 3 of them around the county. So that's why the crane took so long to get here, because it was taking care of other wind-related issues. And it was the wind that actually knocked this to the ground today. The guy that I was talking to again that made the call about this, he told me that it fell, it bounced on the ground, this giant traffic light, and it hit a car that was trying to turn on Stewart. Luckily, though, nobody was injured. So that is good, but the wind very strong today and caused a few of these scenarios around the county. Reporting live, Miguel Martinez-Valle, Fox 5 News, local, Las Vegas.
All right, Miguel, thank you.
A high wind warning will be in effect for most of the evening.
Fox 5 Sam Margier has more on what's in store for the weekend, but Ted Purdy has been braving the elements and joins us live near Pacific and Van Wagenen Street.
Yeah, certainly one of the most windiest areas right now in the Las Vegas area. Keep getting those gusts to 40, 50 miles an hour. We're in front of 210 Highland here in Henderson in the southeast portion of the Las Vegas Valley, showing you this house with all the Christmas displays. And I spoke to the homeowner, and he says he's pretty confident everything's going to hold together with the exception of Santa's sleigh. And you see that rocking and rolling in the wind right now. So if you wake up tomorrow and Santa's sleigh is in your front yard, you might want to return it to 210 Highland. And this is for all the folks northeast of this location with those strong winds coming out of the southwest. That might be a Saturday activity for a lot of folks in the southern Nevada area, straightening up the Christmas displays after all of this wind. You take a look at the palm trees, though, blowing, and with the wind, they've been this way since we've been here for about the last hour and a half to 2 hours or so as that cold front does pass through the Las Vegas Valley. But let's take you to everything we saw through today. Some rain shower activity around the area, dropping a few hundredths of an inch of rain over on the west side of the Las Vegas Valley. Earlier today, we also saw a rainbow in the Las Vegas area and saw that for a couple of hours, and you can see that from pretty much every direction in the Las Vegas area. And then, of course, those strong winds, some blowing dust also. We had those street closures, highway closures for a while, and also some power outages, some flight delays. All of this wind still holding on into the 40, 50 mile an hour range over the next few hours, and a decrease as we head towards midnight tonight. Remember that high wind warning still in place until midnight tonight. Sam Argier on hand to tell us what to expect not only for the overnight but for the rest of the weekend with those freezing temperatures. Let's get to him right now. Sam?
Actually standing in some of the strongest winds right now is checking out valley-wide wind observations around where Ted is, around Henderson, also Summerlin and Centennial Hills, seeing some of the strongest winds. And everybody got in on the winds today. I know some of you are starting to see them relax a little bit. They're starting to back off at McCarran compared to earlier today. Just before we hit the air at 4 o'clock, McCarran clocked a gust at 54. Boulder City, gusts in excess of 50. Summerlin, Henderson, Southern Highlands, North Las Vegas, all recording gusts more than 40 miles per hour, and Nellis Air Force Base and Pahrump both seeing gusts in the 30s. So as we look live right now from the Stratosphere camera, still bouncing around a little bit, and the gusts are still at 36 at McCarran. Last hour they were in the 20s. So as Ted mentioned, we're still not done with the winds tonight. We have that high wind warning that is in effect until midnight tonight, so that means gusts up to 60. Although the peak of them are right now, we'll gradually see those winds decline as we get closer to that midnight hour. Outside the Las Vegas Valley, this includes Laughlin as you get toward Pahrump and also Mesquite, all under wind advisory until midnight. Gusts up to 50 miles per hour for those neighborhoods. Now, the showers we did see, which really favored the West Valley, Summerlin, around Centennial Hills. You saw the bulk of the rain. East Valley didn't see anything measurable. All that is now moving east into Arizona. And behind those showers, yeah, the cold air is coming in. In fact, the winds were coming out of the south today. They're going to come out of the north by the time you get going tomorrow morning. and that's the colder air coming in. Temperatures dropping a good 20 degrees for highs this weekend, and those aren't even the coldest temperatures we'll see. We have a widespread freeze on the way for the weekend. We'll let you know when that occurs and also take you as we get closer to the Christmas and Hanukkah holiday weekend next weekend. That's all coming up in your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes. Christine and John?
Very good, Sam. Thank you. And the wind has caused some major attractions on the Las Vegas Strip to close. The Stratosphere's outdoor observation area and the rides have been closed all day. The Bellagio fountain shows are not running, and the New York roller coaster did not open today. The high roller is still open, but there is a wind policy that the ride will close with 35-mile-an-hour sustained winds or 50-mile-an-hour gusts. In downtown Las Vegas, Slotzilla is still running tonight. And there's at least one holiday closure to tell you about tonight. Opportunity Village's Magical Forest on Oakey and Torrey Pines is closed tonight because of the high winds. They plan to open back up tomorrow night. So far, Glittering Lights is still open. To stay up to date with all the traffic and weather conditions this evening, download our Fox 5 app. It is free.